I'm sure it's a good documentary. My problem with a lot of Netflix documentaries I find nowadays is that it feels like they drag it out so much.
Yeah,
like, I remember because I knew the basic details of this case because I've heard it from like secondhand, just hearing Sydney listen to different cases. So I knew the case, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll find out a bit more about the details. And then I watched 60 Minutes, and the first episode was just literally building up the hotel itself, and I'm just like, I already know what happens.
Who cares?
I don't care about this. Yeah, we get it.
It's a Skid Row hotel.
It's a bad hotel, and they focus on this couple who's just this British couple who's like staying in a hotel, and I'm like, I don't give a shit about a couple. Just get to the main facts, please. That's been my big problem.
It was really interesting because it was like the only one that like looked at like the online critics or online like people who are trying to solve it in like a critical way.
Yeah.
Because there was another one that was called like "Don't Fuck with Cats."
I love that one.
I love Don't Fuck with
I
Cats.
liked it, but I could not fucking stand
the girl.
the woman. Oh my god. And how she was presenting it like we're just a couple of guys online.
No,
it wasn't a murder.
It wasn't even that. It was just like we're just like internet nerds, just trying to like. Yeah, it was like, oh god.
I understand that like the modern cases, a lot of innocent people.
But I like the way Don't Fuck with Cats builds it up. Like
yes,
it doesn't even.
They
They don't even show you Luca Mignata's face until the very end, even though they easily could have, because they want you to like see everyone's perspective, like that was involved in this.
That one was crazy, and it would have been so much better if they had just replaced that woman with just a standard narrator or something else. Like, no offense to the woman, it was infuriating watching this. How she was just talking about cats being murdered, and then she was like, "Whoa, that was wacky," and then we found him killing other people.
Or if she could have just like stuck with the facts.
It was the acting that drove me insane. It's like you don't need to act on something that like is about murder and cats being killed. Like I don't need this.
Yeah, it's like I don't need to know the personality of the presenter. Like I just give me the facts.
I think one of the big reasons I could never get into true crime, or like I've never been able to fully invest in it, is just because it feels like to me. I know it's not intentional, but it feels like to me it's you kind of view this as like a fictional story. You view it as like an entertainment kind of an entertainment based thing.
Yeah.
And I remember watching Don't Fuck with Cats, and very, very fascinating story. That's not what I'm saying. And they had a segment on this, but it just feels like it just for me it feels a little bit wrong, or I just feel a little bit dirty when I know that I'm watching this for entertainment, when I know that someone got fucking murdered, that this is like some families' lives has been ruined by this, and all the attention is on the murderer. And I know they did do like a segment on how nobody remembers the victim, and that's just the fucking ugly truth of it. And that's why that's the big line for me when it comes to like true crime and watching like a good horror movie or a good like fictional story. Is that I can't like wash away this feeling that I'm just kind of like listening to this, like I don't know what the right word is, but it's just like I'm viewing this real life event, this real life tragic event, as an entertainment piece, because that's what it is. It's an entertainment piece, and that's kind of like why I've not been able to get into it.
So would you prefer it then, say, hypothetically, if they like, properly go over like the family side of thing?
I don't know what the right way to go about it is. It's just
maybe there is no right way. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if there is a right, because it's just my mental block. Because I find something like, for example, Monster fascinating, because it's like a really deep character study on what it means to, are you born evil, or is evil something you learn along the way? And but the reason the reason I can invest in it is because I know it's a fiction. There's that barrier that I know that no one's
like that
heard.
Moral barrier, right? Yeah.
It's kind of like, I guess, telling, story about wars and stuff though as well, right? There's tons of death in that. And, that's just because, more often than not, you just used to tell stories about stuff that had happened, stuff in real life. And even though they have to, unfortunately, I think at times stories do have to be boiled down in a way that will make people listen.
Yeah.
So it does almost, like you say, like, I mean, I understand why the story needs to be said and why it almost does feel wrong that it's entertainment, but I understand completely why it is that way.
Yeah.
Like for human nature, we've always been telling stories about horrific things.
Yeah.
Because they're stories.
And the stories, and sometimes I feel, it feels, I don't know if wrong is the right word, but it just feels weird to have it presented in a way that is entertaining.
I will admit though, the modern like gold rush of true crime is getting a little bit weird.
Yeah.
Like it's starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable with how much stuff is being milked and how much is being like Kitchen Nightmares editing-esque
Yeah.
stuff.
God.
It's like, it used to go from these are the facts of the case to now
Yeah.
it's like, Mary didn't know what was coming and then it came.
Because the point is, if you just present the facts of a case, it's boring. It's fucking boring. And
Yeah.
I especially feel this whenever I watch like American news broadcasts versus like British news
100%,
broadcasts.
100%.
Because British news broadcasts are like the most boring news broadcasts ever.
Yeah.
And in America, I remember the first time I went to America, I turned on the news and it felt like I was watching a movie.
Yeah, like I dead ass
wild.
didn't know sometimes if I was watching the news in America or I was watching an episode of The Cops, right?
Yeah.
Because it's edited in the exact same way. Where it's just like, it's a little too like, yeah, it's a little too, I guess, you know, and that I guess kind of boils down to like that whole genre of films of like exploitation films, right?
Yeah.
It's like some people find it really fucking fascinating.
Yeah.
While others are like, that's not really cool.
I also really like documentaries because I like to figure out, I'm like, all right, who are they trying to get me to root for?
Yeah.
Like, what are they in this? Because it's someone telling a story, right? And they've carefully picked out all these interviews, carefully asked people questions to present it in a certain way. And it's fun. Sometimes I like watching it just to figure out, like, why are they trying to make me think this way? Why are they trying to get me to have this opinion of X character? It's just really interesting.
I guess that's what
yeah.
made like Tiger King so good, right?
Yeah, I think
yeah.
there's a video by like Quentin Reviews about it. About documentaries. It's really good.
Yeah, because I think what made me realize this is watching Don't Fuck with Cats, where what was his name again? Wasn't
Luca Mignana.
Mignana?
Yeah.
Come
Just say
on.
Luca. Just say Luca.
Luca, where all he wanted was to have the spotlight
yeah.
and was to have the attention.
Yeah.
And I remember at the end thinking, oh, he fucking succeeded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is everything that he wanted.
I don't
Yeah.
have a 4-part.
This is literally like Dark Knight Joker moment.
He got a 4-part Netflix documentary series, dude.
For the society.
He was
He got
like
it.
he was the real winner out
Yeah.
of this,
Yeah.
and it just felt dirty to me. I was just like, damn man, I don't know.
Yeah. And yet,
Yeah, I
Yes.
guess when his sole aim was to get attention and then
Yeah.
he gets it, that is kind of
yeah.
I mean, I just think it all just comes from the human nature of like looking at a car crash that you can't look away from.
Yeah.
Like we love to torture ourselves
We're
looking
simple
at some
beings.
fucked up
Well,
shit.
one other thing I do want to know is that because I wake up to this and I hear a different story, or like I hear a new episode every time.
Okay.
How many stories have you listened to? How many like how deep does the true crime well go? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, because I feel like the gentlemen have only stepped into the kiddie pool, right? Like,
yeah.
I'm sick of it because I've watched so many now that I can like feel like the formula being formed.
Yeah.
It always starts right. They're like, you know, Timmy was a little different, but we never thought that he would ever do anything like this.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
it'd be like, it'd cut to the victim, and it's like, she was only good things, the victim. And then cuts back to the thing. It's like, and then something weird started to happen at school. And it's like, all right, okay, we get it. All right. He was, okay, he was weird, right? But like, they would never say this shit unless he was a serial killer. You know what I mean? Like, so when they find out, it's that they only remember bad things. So everyone always says the same shit about every serial killer. It drives me insane.
is that true?
What?
After you've watched like 10
That formula?
documentaries, you feel like you're going insane watching more because you're like, these feel all the same.
I feel like that with a lot of, especially like, I'm making this sound like it's fucking film, but like Western crime, like it starts to feel like the same thing. But I mean, I don't know. Sorry again. I feel again. I mean, with my series and like the one in Japan, every case isn't really the same in my opinion, because. I mean, I don't know. Though, at least I literally have.
No, I wasn't saying that the case is the same. It's how the documentary makers present the
story.
Well, the thing is, like with true crime podcasts or true crime YouTube videos that I can see, it's not always like a documentary. It's literally just listing out the events.
facts. Yeah,
and
I've seen
the
those.
facts.
I've seen those.
Yeah.
I don't particularly like that.
Yeah, I mean, because to me it feels like I've seen like top 10 lists of like the weirdest crimes or like the top unsolved crimes.
That we have top 10 deaths caught on camera.
My favorites are the top 10 breakdowns in courtroom cases.
Top 10
have seen
unsolved
that.
crimes.
Yeah.
And like you go through one top
It's like,
10
what
list,
dictates number 7 over number 8? Like, I don't understand. They're both horrible.
and like I've heard of a few, and you get to a point where it's like asking people what their top 10 anime is. After you've seen enough anime, you see the same cases.
Yeah.
You know what the same. You know what everyone's like.
I love. Go. Sorry.
You know what the mainstream anime are, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I feel like. What are your top 10 crime cases, Aki? What are the ones that stick out to your
List
mind?
them off, chill style.
Oh my god.
Number 10.
Fuck.
Go on.
No, do you want me to list?
I mean,
Or like off the top of your head, what's your favorite?
What are some of the ones that stick out to your mind?
I literally have like a bookmark like list like this fucking big on my
what's
computer.
your favorite true crime documentary? Like, it comes to mind, like when you think.
God, legit, like Don't Fuck with Cats was just perfect to me.
That's pretty
Honestly,
good. That's pretty good.
honestly, that was perfect. Besides like the chick, the fact that like this is a closed case and yet you feel like it's still open. Like I don't know, the whole presentation is good.
Love those videos where it's like it presents itself as like a really big mystery. It's like a
Right,
mystery.
right,
And then
right.
like they're like 2 episodes in, and then they present like what actually happened, like the very plausible, very simple explanation, and then they're like,
Okay.
but some people don't believe that, and then it's like 30 more minutes of like complete utter nonsense, and it's
Just like theories that don't make
just
sense.
complete bullshit. It's like you already have the explanation. Just accept that it's fucking boring, like real life is.
Well, because like weirdly enough, you didn't really like Tiger King.
No, I actually,
Which is
really
weird
didn't like
because
it.
like you'd think that the fact that at the end of the day it's a true crime, right? It's a true crime story.
It
That's just a
is.
little bit
It's
unique.
a crime that any of those people got to be filmed and put
Yeah.
into-
But like you didn't like it. I thought you'd like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why? What was it that like you didn't like about Tiger King that you liked about everything else?
I don't know. Maybe I've just seen and heard so much fucked up stories that like it was just not entertaining to me. I was like, oh yeah.
You've literally numbed
Just a
yourself.
war veteran.
I honestly think it's probably that.
It
Like,
was just like watching a playground argument just
Yeah.
unfold, but with guns and tigers.
I think what I didn't like about Tiger King was the fact that I couldn't believe these were real people.
yeah.
Like I thought they were playing. Like I dead ass thought first 2 episodes I thought they were playing a character.
I watched it all and I thought, fuck, I just wasted all my time.
for nothing.
I'm just surprised how popular it got.
Yeah,
I
right?
didn't expect.
I just really appreciate, especially I'm rolling back to that YouTube channel, Criminal Psychology, just because like it takes a lot of research to understand why this interrogation is being played out the way it is. It's not just question and answer. It's like they're trying to like create pressure for you to fucking just confess.
I guess because you have a psychology background, it's like more entertaining for you.
I feel like even without a psychology background, I think that shit's just fascinating the way that it's just presented. They explain it like you're 5,
Right.
and I don't know. I like my heart starts racing like the closer they get to getting to the
to
person.
getting that confession out.
yeah, to getting that confession, I was like,
here it comes, here it comes.
Yeah, no.
I've noticed that there's like reaction YouTubers to interrogations.
What?
Yeah. There's people who like
Yeah.
watch interrogations and give their thoughts on that thing, and I'm like, this is kind of
That's going too
this is
far.
weird,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, like, oh my god, wow!
I don't imagine anyone like doing all of that stuff. I just like
I'm
just
gonna
watch
stop
the
now.
whole
Like-
thing.
The interrogation.
That's like
about it.
reacting
Yeah.
to public hanging. It's like, whoa,
Fucking,
that
like,
just happened.
It's like shocked face underscore
Emojis, like-
Yeah.
dot
Oh my
PNG.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
we
pretty
all
bizarre
we
how-
all have that PNG file.
It
I
is
think.
bizarre that it has been like commodified.
yeah.
I was wondering what the word is. I was like, entertainment-fied? Is that a word?
commodified.
I was like, there is. I'm
I
sure there's a word.
I actually had no idea that you guys had talked about the true crime thing on your podcast. So when I uploaded the Otaku Killer video, like half my comments are like, "Wow, the podcast was right about you." I said, "What? No, I don't. What, Joey? What the fuck did you say?"
Called you out.
That's all right.